Many, many years ago, before we were brought here, there was talk amongst them. They couldn't decide if just one should be made, or if multiple would be suitable. Each had their own pros and cons. If only one existed, chaos would soon erupt, and a tense struggle for available space would soon ensue. In the heat of it all, their creations would turn on each other. In the cycle of process of water, materials, and minerals, and a combination of plasma, H2O, and protein of each other, forcing them to cease to continue the loop, the painful, slow, sad, and twisted loop the creations took for granted. However, if multiple were to be crafted, each one differently, other problems may occur. The creations wouldn't know when to stop, when enough is enough. They would leave to discover more, but not find the rich, beautiful structures that they thought were there. The creations would forever search and forever lose members to the vast open world of nothing. There was only a single way to know for sure how many would be needed. A test run. Orders were passed, produce a small recreation of the diagram. That had been made so long ago. That's actually what happened. If they knew just a little of what would happen, the project would have been scrapped, discarded of, forgotten, erased, and wiped out of all existence right then and there. They said, "We need to do something big." Construction of the area began at once. It wasn't meant to be anything spectacular. A large abundance of compact hydrogen atoms, microscopic pieces of hardened liquid silicon dioxide molecules arranged in a lattice, not a mathematical lattice, carbon, and multiple new creation systems of tubes, fluids, organisms, and advanced units for internal, by default, commands, input and output processing. These new creations served many uses to the current creations: a source of moving particles that formed thermal energy, a way to stimulate dopamine in the creation's multi-input-output external and internal unit, a source of vital materials and minerals required for the continuation of the loop process. As previously stated, this prototype area wasn't meant to look nice, but rather correctly and efficiently simulate the final product it was designed to be a replica of. Due to this simplicity, the surrounding atmosphere was bland, for lack of a better term. Color was scarce, it was mostly reserved for the creations. Now, I'm sure you're wondering about the creations. First of all, from now on, when I mention the creations, I'm referring to the original ones, not the ones created for this new project. Just trust me, this will make the story a lot easier to follow, understand, and enjoy. Some parts of this tale might be a bit confusing. With that situation behind me now, let me tell you about the creations. The creations would permanently change the process, seemingly infinite loop cycle as we think we know it. On this little test run of the plan, there are only 4 of these creations. They are rather simple too, not having a complex set of pre-made knowledge that had been given to, their predecessors. Call them prototypes if it strikes you fancy. They couldn't seem to grasp basic command skills that had been administered to them. Whenever a command prompted them to function simultaneously together to accomplish an identical goal, the component responsible for storing, then opening the pieces of information in the set order would fail to read the order integers correctly, causing them to be unable to synchronize unlike commands in a like order and produce a product. What does this mean? The creations were unable to decipher the superior command. There wasn't one, and would become involved in a physically and aggressive state with one another. Simply put, they would fight over which command must be executed next. 24 of these creations were rendered non-functional and discarded of due to the given circumstances. The whereabouts remain unknown, though. Only they know where the creations are. Anyways, we seem to be failing to remain concentrating on the topic at hand. Let's continue, shall we? These creations were rather simple to prevent further complications. They seemed to process the required attempt to properly communicate with each other. These creations' social interactions seem to be bland, a perfect example of why it's important for members of a society to have distinct differences. Anyway, they kept a close eye on the creations. Not much happened worthy of reporting. However, it should be noted that the creations would occasionally lock up